How do groups influence individuals? Some thoughts in the narration came from every individual belongs to a group of some kind. People belong to some groups unwillingly, and they find themselves in these groups naturally. These are groups such as a family, culture, race, class, gender, and so on. These are the symbols of some religions around the world. Groups are very much a part of social life. Without a doubt, groups influence people greatly. The individual in a group is motivated by several factors. Some of these factors are generally personal. You learn from the actions around you due to the people you're with or would like to be with. Your personal identity is shaped by both environment and heredity. There has been more emphasis on one or the other, but now we assume that certain characteristics are shaped both by the quality of your genes and by parental influence. One of the main groups in society is the family. An example of the group influencing an individual is the children influencing the parent. Why are children so influential? Parents are increasingly distracted. Parents often have full-time jobs, so the amount of time they spend with their children is very small. What this means is that there is a level of guilt that didn't exist before. In today's world, there is a growing sense of claim among kids that they should have the best designer clothes and that they should have the iPhone instead of the regular phone. These reasons influence the parents to be more like adults and take responsibility for their child. A more specific group of children is Abraham Lincoln's children. From left to right, Eddie, Willie, Tad, and Robert. Robert Todd was born on August 1st, 1843, and died in Manchester, Vermont in 1926. Edward Baker was born on March 10, 1846, and he died in infancy. William Wallace was born December 21, 1850, and died in the White House in February 1862. Thomas, also known as Tad, was born April 4, 1853, and died in 1871. Linking all the information from this video, I made connections on how Lincoln's children influenced and/or affected him. His son's sicknesses and deaths made him sidetracked at his work as president. And after his boys died, Lincoln felt guilty about not spending enough time with them. His guilt of not spending time with his other sons made him want to spend more time with Tad. Lincoln read stories to him. He also went to plays and to the park with him. Grief finally overtook him. Eventually, his grief transformed into a personal determination to preserve the Union and stop the loss of soldiers and what their families were experiencing. Another person who affected him was his wife, Mary Todd Lincoln. Mary was stuck always having to take care of the children because of Lincoln's work schedule. There were many arguments that Lincoln and Mary had as a couple, but Mary never left Lincoln in all of her hard years as the First Lady. These are all of the hardships that Mary and Lincoln had to face together. To sum it up, Abraham Lincoln's family influences/affects him because of how guilty he feels for not spending time with his boys, the concentration between his presidency and his children, and the hardships of the relationship with Mary Todd. All of this makes him feel guilty, and it distracts him from his presidential duties in the Civil War.